welcome back to Copper Star Precision, the channel dedicated to getting you more points at your competitive shooting matches. Quick video, we're going to give something away, and I'm going to tell you how to enter to win, so stick around for that. But what are we giving away? We're giving away this ColeTac tank bag, and it has the backbone system and an Area 419 Arca clamp, so you can attach this to your rifle. You see me do that in a lot of my strategy videos, and not everyone has, access to this, so this is a way you can win one. Now, this was actually graciously donated by a fellow competitor, and he said, hey, I'm not using this, never used it, and why don't you put it on your channel to give away? So thank you very much to the generosity of that competitor. He knows who he is. And yeah, basically this is a really nice kind of setup. ColeTac bag, nice wedge-shaped bag, perfect for tank traps and that kind of stuff. And it can attach to your rifle, so it stays with the rifle, one less thing to manage on the clock. So if you don't have experience with having bags attached to your rifle, this would be a great way, if you win this, to experiment with that. I will have a video coming out. I will use this in a video to show how it works and compare it to other things like the Gray Ops plate, the Area 419 plate, and MDT Baker wings. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed down below so you see these bags in action, and if you don't win it, maybe it'll help you in your buying decision if you do want to pick one up. So how do you win this bag? Well, in the United States, and this is open to the lower 48 states just to make shipping manageable. So sorry, all my international viewers. The majority of my audience is from the United States anyway. So this is open to most of you. And because of the laws in the United States, giveaways are governed pretty strictly. There's no purchase necessary, anything like that. All you have to do is send an email to my email address, which is linked down below, copperstarprecision@gmail.com, with the subject line holdover. That's it. But stick around because there's other ways that you can actually increase your entries into the drawing. So again, you don't have to do anything. I prefer if you like this video, share it with all your friends, subscribe to the channel, but all you got to do is send that email, subject line holdover. So holdover and a holdover target. So there's actually ways to increase your odds. How we're going to do this? We're going to have a little challenge for the month of September. So this will close the last day of September. All entries have to be in by that date. I'll say all entries have to be in October 1st. Okay, so but we're going to use this holdover challenge target. If you haven't seen this target, I have made a video about it, how it helps you practice your holdovers. It is available on my Patreon page. You don't have to be a patron to access this file that has this holdover target. If you just go to the Patreon page, in the search posts, search post for holdover, this should be the first or second thing that comes up. And again, I will link the video explaining this target, but just to go over it very quickly, this holdover target is a challenge, 25 shots. There's another sheet that you attach to this on the back that has a bunch of bullseyes. The idea is that these black bars cover up the target so you can't see until you finish the 25 shots and you go retrieve your target. There are little aiming points down here. This is where you hold over. The holds that you have are here. And so in this case, this is the MIL version, the MRAD version. There is also an MOA version on my Patreon page. So in this case, the MRAD version, the holds are 1/2, 1.1, 1.8, 2.5, and 3.1. So what you would do, instead of aiming dead center here, you would put your 1/2 mil hash mark, if you have one, or if you're using 2/10 mil hash marks, somewhere between the 0.4 and 0.6. That's what you're holding on this target. And if you shoot this at 50 yards, there's a bullseye behind here on the second sheet that your bullet should land within that bullseye. And there's a scoring system inside. There's 2 circles on the back. There's a 1 inch and then a 1/2 inch circle. So if you shoot completely within the 1/2 inch circle, it's 5 points. If you break the line, it's 3 points. If you somehow manage to squeeze it between the 2 bullseyes, it's 2 points. Clipping the outside edge of the larger 1 inch circle is 1 point, and missing the target is 0 points. So if you want to increase your chances of winning this tank bag from ColeTac with the backbone system installed, all you have to do is go out, shoot this target, send me a picture in the email. So you can just send an email, or you can send an email with a target, or to increase your chances even further, if you score above 75 on this target. So 75 is what I consider like a good par score. If you score 75, you get an additional entry. So you can send me a picture of your target and then show me the scored target as well. If it's above 75, that's an additional entry. So email is 1 entry. Shooting the target and just send me a picture of it is 2 entries total. Scoring above 75 on that target is 3 entries total. Now, if you're a Patreon member, you get bonus entries automatically. So depending on your tier, there's a $1 tier, a $5 tier, and a $10 tier. Some advantages of that Patreon page are that you get early access to videos. All the videos on Patreon are ad-free. Shameless plug for the Patreon page. If you're a $1 member, you get a free entry. Don't have to do anything. $5 tier, you get 5 entries. And $10 tier, you get 10 entries. And if you make a video and post it on YouTube and tag me, so all you have to do to tag me in the title of the video, you put the @ symbol and then Copper Star Precision. It will link my channel. I'll give you 5 additional entries. So just to reiterate, email, 1 entry. Actually send me a picture of the target in that email. So 2 entries total. If you score above 75, 3 entries total. If you make a video of it and tag me in that video, that's 8 entries total. Patreon members get all the bonus entries on top of that. So that's how we're going to do it. And one very important note, if you're going to use this target, and I really hope you do, and not just for this contest, but I think it's a really good way to practice holdovers. You have to make sure that this is printed to scale. So the PDF files that I've given are very precisely measured so that when they are printed to actual size, all the targets on the back will line up. If they're not printed to actual size, then it really won't work as intended. So the way to test that is, and all printers are different. I suggest using a laser printer. Inkjet will get a little expensive with all this black ink on here. But the way to verify that this target is in fact printed to the correct scale, and all printers are different, so you might have to play with your scaling settings, is you got to get a tape measure or some calipers. Each one of these black bars should be exactly 1 inch wide. Okay? So after you just print one as a test, you don't even have to print the second sheet. But make sure that's 1 inch wide. If it's less than 1 inch, you might have to play with the scaling. If you print it actual size, not like fit to page or anything like that, the PDF is designed to be exactly an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and it's supposed to be, these bars are going to be 1 inch wide. So double check that before you go burning through some ammo, because then otherwise other things won't line up. So that's really all I have. And again, thank you to a fellow competitor who donated this to the channel to give away. I will be making a video on this. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will link in the video, kind of explain the target. It will have video of me actually shooting this target. And again, it's available for free on my Patreon page. Tell your friends, tell some of those bigger creators out there, you know, Eli, Day at the Range, Cyclops Joe, Josh, The Pursuit of Accuracy. Let them get on the action, share it with their audiences. Let's get people practicing so you can score more points at your matches. Holdovers are a very important part of the game when it comes to, you know, shooting more quickly on a stage, right? Using holdovers saves you time versus dialing. If you're new, I always recommend dialing, but there will become a time, and there are even stages in the NRL 22 that says, you know, you can't touch your turrets, you have to use holdovers. So this is a great way to practice. That video should explain everything about how to shoot this target, how to set it up. Again, the important things are, make sure that these black bars are exactly 1 inch. That means it's scaled correctly. You take the 2 sheets, you stick them together. I usually tape them on a couple sides, and then when I go to post it on my target backer, you want to make sure that this target is level. That's why there's this large line all the way through this bottom target here. You can put a bubble level on here, or, you know, spirit level, anything like that. Make sure this is level so that when your gun is level and you're shooting, you know, you don't start drifting off to the side. If your rifle is canted, you want to make sure that you're straight, you know, plumbed this line so that the bullets actually have a chance of going in their corresponding bullseyes. Again, any questions, leave them down below. I hope you participate. Again, open for the entire month of September. Entries close October 1st. And if you're going to participate, I recommend, you know, go out. If you think you're going to shoot the target and all that kind of stuff, just send me 1 email. So it's not like you send me an email right now, and then you send me an email 2 weeks from now when you shoot the target. It's going to be hard to keep track of, you know, adding additional entries. I will do my best if that is the way it ends up. However, it'd be better if you just send 1 entry with as many, you know, qualifiers to get you more entries in the same email. So an email with the subject line holdover, a picture of the target, a picture of the scored target. You know, if you beat 75, that gets you 3 entries, or send me a link to the video And that gets you basically 8 entries if you send me a link to the video that tags me, because I'll know that A, you shot the target, and hopefully you score it in that video, and encourage other people to give this a try. So that's all I have for today. Again, hope you guys win. Get you guys some gear to help you score more points. If you don't win, it's really great practice for matches. Best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next one.